Alrighty, folks, I am now live on the YouTubes. Welcome, everyone, to this live episode here on Weeats, our sort of maybe somewhat weekly-ish thing where I show you what kind of goodies I got at the dispensary so you can get an idea of what we'll be reviewing in the upcoming weeks here on Weeats. So, what did we get? Maybe I'll wait a little bit. Maybe we'll let this suspense build. Wait for some folks to join, and then we'll get to the bags. Got a couple of bags here this week. Okay, so I can see right now we have Goose Egg people watching, but that's okay. People are going to be joining in any moment. I'm just going to let you know a little bit about some of the things I've been... Oh, let's do a dab. How's that sound, guys? Let's just start off this session with a nice, clean, easy to smoke dabadoo, you know. I think we've started off the last couple of sessions with some dabs. I think it's the way to go. Mr. Crux, it's rolling great, man. How about yourself, bro? Mr. Crux, you've got one of my favorite Twitter pictures. I don't know why I said Twitter. One of my favorite YouTube pictures I've ever seen. Who is that delightful old man that I get to see every time Mr. Croc shows up? Which is always delightful in and of itself. But I really like that delightful old man. He looks like he wants to sell me moonshine, or maybe he wants to touch me between my legs or something. I don't know, but he looks nice. So, it's rolling really well, Mr. Crocs. I just got back from the dispensary. I've had a lovely America's Birthday Eve. If you're from the United States, happy America's Birthday Eve to you all. I don't know if America really does... Oh, a random homeless guy pick? Well, that's a beautiful homeless man. I wonder if he knows his visage is being appropriately adorned from across the globe. But yes, happy birthday eve to the United States of America. Although maybe this birthday, the United States needs more of a time out than an actual birthday. I don't know. It seems like things are going a little haywire. But that's neither here nor there. We're not a political show. We're a dab doing show. Okay. Well, that'll calm the nerves a little bit. Alright, so, guys, first of all, let's talk about what's not actually in the bags. Some scraps, some things I had left over from some earlier review dispensary hauls that I have not yet shown you guys. First is something I've already reviewed. Just a little hint. Delta 9, right here, guys. I had seen Delta 9 at a few dispensaries before. It seemed a little expensive for its 240 milligrams, and its odd little packaging had always intrigued me. But I never picked it up before. Finally picked some up. I won't say what I felt about it, but I have very strong feelings about Delta 9. So look for those reviews. I have a couple of Delta 9s coming up. Very, very strong feelings about that as a product. Okay, so these aren't actually from the bag. These are just from an earlier dispensary haul. We got the Stoned by Nature, Simply Delicious, OG Edible Brownies. I have a lot of things to say about this one logo. One, I have no idea what the name of the company is. Is it Stoned by Nature, or is it OG Edible? And why does it say brownies? There's just one brownie. Why is it plural? I don't know. I just can't figure it out. They claim to have 250 milligrams of THC in these brownies. That is a singular brownie. But I don't believe it. This only cost $5 at my dispensary. So I have a feeling that this is going to be... it's going to taste both terrible and not get me high at all. I feel like any kind of edible that has 250 milligrams for $5, they're doing some lying there. So... we'll wait and see, but this is the Stoned by Nature, Simply Delicious, OG Edible Brownies. It's a mouthful. Next up, speaking of mouthfuls, we've got the original baked goods. I've reviewed a couple of their products, liked most of them. I have a lot of baked goods products coming up to review in the near future. The original baked goods Weedsy Bits. Weedsy Bits. Weedsy Bits. So I guess it's like cheese bits, but with marijuana instead. And look how high that slice of cheddar cheese is. That dude is fucking baked, y'all. I hope to be as baked as he is when I eat these Weedsy Bits. Alright, so those are the things we had in the past. Let's open up some bags, take a look at what we got in the bags today. Alright, and I noticed nobody has taken me up yet on answering questions about the multiverse. Guys, I'm your man. If you want to ask me some questions about the multiverse, just start, asking away. I'll answer away. Alright. So, I got myself a can of candies, 100 milligram medicated lollipop, tangerine flavored. I've reviewed the can of candies, hard candies in the past, and found them to be pretty good for candies. Lollipop was pretty affordable, and I needed to get over a certain amount, so I was like, oh, let's review one of these lollies. 100 milligrams of THC as rated by SC Labs. Big fan of SC Labs. Every time I see one of their little logos there, I know it's probably actually as good as promised. All right. Oh, I'm so excited to keep digging into these bags. I forgot all what I got. Next up, a Bang, a 180 milligram cookies and cream chocolate. I hope I haven't reviewed this in the past. So this is the Bang chocolate. I absolutely love Bang, love every bit of Bang, love all their stuff, so I'm super excited about this. That's their 180 milligram variety. They have 120, 180, and 240. Went with the 180. Got another one of the Bangs as well. The Cherries and Cream Cherry Milk Chocolate Bar. Also looking forward to that. Okay. Then up from Kiva, another one of their 180 milligrammers. God, I love Kiva. Fucking love Kiva. They make great stuff, man. They make such good stuff. 180 milligrams, the Blackberry Dark Chocolate. This is the final, I believe, Kiva 180 milligrams. So this will be the last review I do of their traditional chocolate bars, which bums me out because they are so good. Love them so much. Looking forward to reviewing them in the future. They're that one in the future. Okay. Then I got the 100 milligrams of the a Canico I've reviewed before, but this is the first time I've reviewed one of their 100 milligrammers. Got the PB&J Blondie here. Loved the 250 milligram variety. Excited to see how the 100 milligram hits. So you can see there, that's the PB&J Blondie. Tastes good in 250 milligram variety. Gotta assume the 100 milligram variety is pretty good. Bang needs to have a 450 milligram bar or something higher. I agree they should have something of higher dosage than the 240 that they make. But man, the 240 hits hard enough as is. If they had something double that strength, like 480, that would definitely put me in the fetal position, I would think. Because Bang is not lying about their milligrammage. They are as potent as advertised. And in fact, it seems like they're way more potent relative to their milligrammage than other companies. So for example, let's take a look here. Let's go back to the Stone by Nature Simply Delicious OG Edible Brownies, the thing I had all the problems with in terms of the name. So this has 250 milligrams of THC, or so they say, and yet this Bang only has 180 milligrams, and I bet you, $500 that this Bang that has 70 milligrams less of THC, or so they say, is going to get me 5 times higher. I bet you that's going to be the case. I'm pretty confident of that. That's because I think a lot of people are lying. I've come to distrust a lot of edible companies in the course of this Weeats Reviews experiment. I just think a lot of people are being disingenuous. I really like seeing that SC Labs logo. It really comforts me. I really do think every time I see it and that their edibles sort of seem to be right in the range they promise to be in. So they're a little bit comforting. And then some of the bigger brands like Canico or Kurova, even Buddha's Best to a degree, seem to be more honest about their edible sort of dosages. But a lot of the smaller companies do seem to kind of fudge it. Kiva is not one of them. Kiva is definitely not one of them. They're not fudging their numbers. They're just like Bang. They're not SC Labs rated, but I have no problem believing they are as strong as they are. And I would believe they are stronger than advertised as well. Speaking of people who are not as strong as advertised, I don't know if I've actually put up any of the Just Dab Bites reviews yet. I think I have 3 in the hopper. They are all, I've reviewed 3 of their 120 milligram varieties before, and they have never seemed to be as strong as they are. This is the fanciest box they've had so far. I mean, look how nice this box is. It even has the common advice for, or their advice for heat 12 seconds for ultimate dank. I've heated these things for ultimate dank before. Never found much dank. So, this again is the Just Dab Bites Nug Run Breakfast Bar. Established 2011. I think if I know my Roman numerals well, which I don't. Fly first class. I've flown with Just Dab Bites before, and trust me, it's flying at coach at best. But I'm hoping, now that they've got this fancy packaging, that means they're changing their style and they're going to be pretty good. Okay, fan favorite here, good old-fashioned Cannabis Quencher Lemonade. Never actually done their lemonade before. God, do I love Cannabis Quencher. Good stuff always from them. Even if it doesn't taste the best, I'm always a fan of their products. They totally changed my mind on marijuana drinks, so I'm excited about reviewing this one, their lemonade flavor. Got 2 products left. Next one, Kiva Terras, another product from Kiva. This is the second Terra I've reviewed, the second of 2. I had their chocolate-covered espresso beans before, which were fucking amazing. These are their chocolate-covered blueberries, which I'm hoping are just as good. Those chocolate-covered espresso beans were so good that they made me like espresso beans as a food. Loved them, loved them, loved them. They proclaim only to be 120 milligrams, but I was super high last time after eating those espresso beans and pretty wired. So, loved it. Super excited for these chocolate-covered blueberries. And then last, but certainly not least, certainly not least, a 250 milligram Canico that I did not know existed, the Salted Toffee Blondie. Now, this is where we're really going to have the big test between Canico and Korova, seeing the fight between the salted blondies, because Korova's salted caramel blondie is fucking gross. I've said that many times. It's really bad. It's gross. Don't get it. Everything else from Korova, outside of their popcorn, is amazing, and you should get it. Do not get their salted caramel blondie. But if anybody can make a salted something blondie taste delicious, I have utter faith in Canico as the one to do it. So that's why I picked this up. I'm super excited to see what Canico can do with it. They've never turned me wrong, made it anything that has done me wrong before. So I'm super excited about this. And that's it, guys. Unless you have any questions about, gravitational waves or how to get your dog to catch Frisbee, that's going to do it for me here on this preview and dispensary haul on Weeats. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Thanks, Mr. Crocs. And I will see you guys on a future review. Peace.